This question comes from a viewer named Alam, who asks, what if all of the sun's power was focused into one place? I'm going to assume this was asked out of curiosity and not as a rough draft for a supervillain plan, Alam. Normally, sunlight is very polite. It spreads itself out over a huge area. It warms oceans, grows forests, and gives us exactly the right amount of cancer risk to keep things interesting, but not catastrophic. Now imagine all of that energy being gathered up and pushed into one single unlucky spot on Earth. At that point, it stops being sunlight and starts being star behavior happening way too close to the surface. The air wouldn't just get hot, it would turn into plasma so fast that the concept of heat would feel slow and outdated. The atmosphere in that spot would stop acting like a gas and start acting like the inside of a lightning bolt. The ground wouldn't burn, it wouldn't melt, it would skip all the normal stages of panic and go straight to becoming an expanding cloud of extremely energetic debris. That energy wouldn't just stay in one place either. It would shove the surrounding air outward violently, launching shockwaves that would sprint around the planet. Windows would shatter in cities that had no involvement in the situation at all, Alam. Higher up, the upper atmosphere would take the hit like a punched hole in the sky. Satellites would quietly fail. Communication would get unreliable. Space would feel much closer than it's supposed to. There is a small piece of good news buried deep inside the bad news. If this focusing beam couldn't track Earth as it rotates, the planet would eventually move out of its path. The direct damage would stop growing. This doesn't fix anything. It just means things stop actively getting worse. Large regions of Earth would now be rearranged. The sky would be hazy. The climate would be unstable for a long time. The sun would feel slightly less like a friendly, life-giving star and slightly more like a warning sign, which is probably a good reason, Alam, not to build anything that can do this.